Hello. Today I would like to talk about a very serious topic about Miners Haven, and that's the overall degrade of the experience that most people have been receiving from the game. This has been actually ultimating people to either get private servers, which are 100 Robux a month, which is not that expensive, but if you're a kid, that's a good couple bucks, and not everyone has a good couple bucks that they can spend at this moment in time. I think it's just overall getting worse and worse for the overall experience for the game, and I think that's gonna eventually kill off most of the player base because this is getting a little crazy. So, first thing I'd like to talk about is server performance. I've noticed an overall decay in server performance. Like, it's been getting worse and worse every time I fucking am in this game, and it's been really pissing me off. Like, it keeps on saying that I have internet issues and everything. I'm going like, how do I have internet issues? But then I remember, if you look at my inventory, I have so many items, and I really think that I don't need most of these items. Like, I really wish that you could like who needs 59 spinnerite mines? Like, I wish you could sell these things. Like, you really can't. Like, look at this. Okay, so yes. Okay, so you can sell them. So I'm gonna have to do that in order to try and increase my actual overall performance, because this is getting ridiculous on how much shit that I have, and I can't get rid of it. Like, you only need one or two exotics of like the weapons and shit like that, because they're not gonna ever fucking use them in an enchanted item, and like if it's a seasonal one, you're only gonna see it for that one season, and then it's gone, and you can't get it no more. And like, you can get 50 of them, and you can't do anything with them. Like, why? Why? Like, they did something with the fucking with the cakes. They did the pizza for thing, which was amazing. That was a pretty cool design. But yeah, and then it's just overall been getting bad, where people just keep on getting DC'd from lobbies. You can't really stay very long in most lobbies. And honestly, it's been just getting worse and worse. It's becoming a very apparent problem, and I don't think there. And it once Third Sacrifice comes out, it's gonna be brutal. It's gonna be hella brutal, because there's gonna be all these people with all these items, and it will save the server for about 2 weeks. About 2 weeks. And then it's going to go back to what it currently is at this moment in time, which is a laggy mess that is so unbearable to play. Yes. Okay. Next topic I'd like to talk about are the trolls that people are on servers. You may think, hey, every game has their trolls, right? But it can't be that bad in Miners Haven, can it? Can it? Well, it's actually god awful. It's god awful terrible, because like, people, I've seen this firsthand. There'll be people who are a super high life. They've been opening up boxes for God knows how long, trying to get the certain exotic that they wanted for the season, or just some items that they overall just needed in their setup. And like, I'm going like, okay, okay, that's okay, that's okay. Um, and then they load up their base and they crash a server. They crash a server. Now, you may be wondering, how do they crash a server? They play so many zombies that they lag everyone in the server out, including themselves, and they just shut down a server. So you're gonna be most likely having to log into a brand new one. Now, this is a very big issue, because if you opening and closing servers constantly from when they die and open is very, very unfriendly to Roblox and its servers. Like, you can get into some serious trouble for constantly closing and opening a server, even if you're a really big game. Like, it's heavily frowned upon, because it's just overall courtesy, because you're making money off of their thing. It's yeah, you're able to do quite a bit of stuff in the game, but like there has to be a point where you draw a line and say this is unacceptable, and it's gonna start negatively affecting the game. And since the game still hasn't had its third sacrifice added to the game, it's been just slowly losing popularity because it's almost unplayable to play on servers. Be- and if you want to get on a leaderboard, you need to go on a private island. I'm sorry, but you overall just kind of need to. It's just getting to that point. Okay. Next thing I'll talk about is client performance. Client performance has overall just degraded massively. Like you need to have almost everything turned off that is aesthetic wise good in the game. And why is this bad? Well, one thing, it's negative towards the overall players because like this game is amazingly beautiful and there's so much that you can do with this game. Like you can make an amazing looking base, you can make a giant skyscraper if you really wanted to, and you can make it look good. But here's the but here. People have been noticing a especially huge drop in frames. If you don't know, Blocky Burn has been even complaining about it in some of his more recent-ish videos. And this is a huge problem that's been actually happening with the game. And I found out what it is. It's because on default, even if you don't have your thing turned on, which is really funny. The nice particles, the nice where are they at? Or yeah, item particles. Oh, item particles. Yeah. Yeah. So watch what happens when you turn them off. Um, Everything loses the particle effect. All your items, but the funny thing is that other people don't lose their particle effects. Only you lose your particle effects. And like I wish that by default you could turn off other people's particle effects, but if you look, there's nothing. There's nothing. It's it it's not here. There's nothing here. It's just gone. It doesn't exist. And this is ugh, I'm tired, sorry. This is horrible because not only do you not know if certain items are like working okay, but you can't even see the majority of the items because they have a particle effect. And if you want to be on a public server, you have to have particle effects turned off. But your base then looks like a piece of shit. You don't have the smoke. You don't have anything that looks cool. You don't have any of the any of the little fire things. Because if you look, okay, so this little fire effect. No, if I go over here, particle, item particles, it turns off the fire effect. This is immensely disappointing, and yeah, it turns off every little particle effect on your base, but will leave other people's bases almost fine. And this is a pretty apparent issue because you can have people who have massive bases like me that have zombies on their base. Only zombies with multiple platforms, multiple layers, and they'll lag out a server so bad that they'll almost crash it, or they will crash it. This is an actual issue that needs to be addressed by the developers because it's starting to actually ruin the game for people. My friend who just started playing the game again, he's like 20 something. I helped him with his first rebirth because even when he started playing way back when, he still was struggling, and so was I, but I didn't know about him at the time. But no, it's become so bad that it's actually ruining the game for him. He keeps hopping from lobby to lobby, hoping that something will be fine. But you'll find like 3 people with champion infusers going around grabbing only boxes and doing nothing else. Now, you may be wondering, what's the true negative of this situation? The true negative is it's starting to take a toll on the player base. It's starting to take a toll on the average players. Hell, the top leaderboard guys just kind of stop playing because they are just waiting for the game to actually put out a update, which isn't going to happen for whoever knows how long. Like, look at this. Look at this. There are so many people in these leaderboards, and it's just getting horrible because these are people who have not logged in whoever knows how long, and it's just taking a giant brutal effect against people who are actually playing this game, and it needs to be addressed by the actual developers of the community. And oh wait, he got banned? No, he keeps changing his name. Never mind. Yeah, but yeah, it's been taking a massive toll on the community because people are just being really toxic. And I'm afraid that this will kill off the game before Sacrifice 3 comes out, because Sacrifice 3 has the potential to bring this game back onto the top of the leaderboards, top of Roblox's leaderboards, I should really say, and it can actually save the game. This has the potential to save the game. Its current state, the game's losing more and more players. Yeah, there'll be people who will come in, but even then, there's no real helping people through their first life unless you really want to, and most high lives already helped a single person, so they already have their statue of knowledge that they need for some of the superstitious items. But there are people who are getting to the point where they will literally create a ultimate account, like a alt account, log into this game, and they won't touch a single thing. They'll put in their codes, they'll get all the items that they need to start out with, and they'll rebirth for the first time and then just ditch that ultimate account. Now, does this help for the overall visits? Yes. Its overall visits have been increasing, which is nice. It's now been getting more of a dislike than a like, and it's been getting more and more like negative reviews, because it's getting bad. The last time it updated was on the 15th, which was the birthday event. Added in some nice items, but they are not worth it. They are not. You will see this game slowly start to die more and more. It right now has only 1,000 people active on its servers. And even look on its servers list, most of them are in experiences that you cannot join, and they're by themselves. This is a very, very negative thing to see for a community-based game that is getting less and less players joining, that is getting more and more people to see it in a negative light, and to actually have stuff not function as it's supposed to in the game. Because my friend literally has to restart his whole entire experience, which is the Roblox launcher and everything, and just rejoin my game in order to get his some of his items to actually function how they're supposed to function, because the game just says no. The game just says no to him, and he can't actually use those. Now, turning off particles, that is not a nice effect, but it doesn't turn off all the particles on other people's bases. And yeah, that's my overall just like aspect of the game at this moment in time. It's a good game, but it's been dying, and it'll continue to die until they actually do something to bring life back into this game. Because as it stands, the only thing that you really can go for at this high of life is a position on the leaderboards, just to get some free clout with the community. Say, hey, this is me, and yeah. People have been taking massive breaks from this game, and I don't blame them, because when it comes down to this, you really need to have a working, functioning game that is not so laggy that nobody can play it. Because once you get past a certain life, you need a beefy computer to actually do what you need to do, because you need loops and you need a lot of items, and it's just going to continuously grow and grow the farther you get, because they have the rebirth price capped at so high that you need a setup like what I currently have for to actually have stuff working. And stuff does do its own little effects so that way you can see it's functioning. I get that, but as it stands, it's just going to continuously negatively overview over and over again that this is a continuous problem. So if there is a dev out there listening, please do something to help the performance of this game. Make it so you can turn off other people's particles and not your own, or you can turn off all particles, so that way you don't have to deal with it in general. But honestly, I like to still see some of the stuff in my base, because it does look pretty cool. But I can't anymore, because whenever I want to join a public lobby, I have to have so little items in my inventory. I need to get rid of so much of the stuff that I have on me. Like, I have so many items, and it's just getting worse and worse for me. So I'm gonna have to actually get rid of these. So yeah, hope everyone has a great day. Please stay safe. Remember, keep your items to a minimum if you can. Only keep what you really have to. If you're rebirthing constantly and using only shop items, like these type of shop items, not the premium that you get to keep after rebirthing, you should be okay. You're not the problem. The problem is with people who have too many premium items and they can't do anything with them, or they can't do anything with the exotics that they have, because I have a huge amount of exotics that are insane, like 12 citrus enhancers, two glass butterflies. Wellgun was single item. That's single item. I should have two of those. I don't know what single was. But yeah, you just continuously get more and more items. I'm not opening up any more boxes. I don't need to. I'm never gonna have to again, probably, because I got all the items that I actually truly need. And yeah, hope everyone has a great day. Hope everyone stays safe. Yeah. See you in the next video. Bye.